What's up, guys? Metal Maverick here, back for another penny box hunt. We got 3 of them again here today. We did end up getting these back from 2 different banks again. So we got these 2, just as last time, from that one bank that we usually get them from. We only had 2 this week. And then this one we got from that local bank again. So hopefully this one holds more wheat pennies just like that last one did. We'll see. I was really surprised with that, especially from a local bank. So I looked through the perforated holes through all 3 of these, and I haven't seen any enders that I can verify. This one here in the middle does look like it might have a wheat ender right there. I think I saw 19.5, but I couldn't make out the last number, so maybe it's a 59. Maybe it's earlier. We have a good chance at that one being a face-up ender, but could also been a 3. So it might be from the 30s. Hopefully it's from the 30s, but I'm pretty sure it was a 5. It's hard to tell like through the box. So these other 2 here, each one on the end didn't have any enders. So this one didn't and this one didn't. But you know, this last time that we got one from this local bank, they didn't have an ender, but it was chock full of them. I think it was 59. So let's see if we can break that record with this box. And get these cracked open, show you the other side, and we'll see if that one right there is an ender. Be right back. Okay guys, just got those boxes opened. Give you a quick look through the other side of them. I didn't see any enders when I was opening them, other than that one potentially. We'll take a look at that here in a second, and if it is an ender, we'll open it live on camera. So with the local bank box, this is what we're going to be working with. We do have a Canadian ender right here. It was a 65, so we're not going to pop that open since we already know what it is. I did see a lot from the 60s on the ends in this box, so hopefully like the last one, none on the outside, but remember, it's all about what's on the inside that counts. Never judge a box by its cover or a book. This is the one with that potential ender. We do have a young head here. Might just open that up and see if it's anything special. Probably not, but we'll see. And then we'll see if we have an ender here. If I remember right, it should have been on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to look at it off camera. I can't really see it on here. I think it's a 53. Pretty sure it says 53 on there. So we'll put the camera down. We'll get that open live here. And the last box. Again, no enders, but I'm sure there'll be good stuff to be had in this box too. So we get the camera set down, and we'll get through these 2 rolls right here. Okay guys, we've got these 2 rolls out. We got the ender and the Canadian young head. We'll see if there is anything special in this one, and we'll see if there's any more wheat pennies in this one. Start off with the wheat penny ender, because that's the one that seems the most interesting. There we go. Drop it down. Yep. 1953. Wheat penny ender. So there's the first one for the box. I'm just going to pull these off camera really quick so I can search through them and see if there's anything special. Got a 71 there, or 74. 73. So copper. Nothing special yet. 63. 68. 81. Another 68, I'm pretty sure. Pretty toasty looking. 74. 81. 64. 76. Got another 74. Again, nothing too special yet. Got a really corroded looking 74 there. But still copper. We'll take it. What I noticed is on the bullion sites. So before, Provident Metals was the only one that was selling bulk copper pennies. And they were selling them at like pretty decently over spot. Because spot today is only like, you know, each one copper penny is worth like 1.8 cents. But they're selling theirs for 1 penny for 2.2 cents. So 2 cents plus another 20th of another cent. So I mean, even at $3.10 a pound copper, that's still 20 cents over spot. So they're selling theirs probably like a good 30 cents over what spot is right now. So it's kind of a lot. But and crazy enough, they're pretty much sold out. So it's pretty crazy what the people will pay for pennies that you can just get from the bank. But hey, that just means that there's a good liquid market for if I ever decide to liquidate mine, right? But what do we do here? We hodl. We hodl until it goes up. And if it goes down, we buy more to hodl more till it goes up. Because copper is a semi-precious metal. They don't like to say it is, but copper is a lot more rare than a lot of people think it is. It's actually kind of harder to find it's like pretty hard to find a good copper-rich mine, like super rich. A lot of copper we get, I'm sure, is actually recycled, and we use a lot of copper and stuff, especially in our digital age and technology. I mean, there's fiber optics that send the data nowadays, so that's not copper based, but all the wires and computers and all the electricity and lights and buildings and all sorts of stuff, heat sinks, copper gets used. So there was nothing else in that roll, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We had 20 copper pennies in that one roll, and one of them being a wheat penny ender. So that should be hopefully telling of this box. Let's get this open and see if this Canadian is anything special. And we'll quickly go through this roll too. Hopefully it's like a 54. Like a first year kind of thing. That'd be really cool. So right here, we got the young head. And it's going to be a 65. Just like in the other box. Just face up instead of tails up. But we'll still take it. I'm going to look through this real quick, see if there's anything special in it. Hit the camera. You know, basic stuff. You're not a good you're not a good coin roll hunter unless you hit your camera at least once. Or, you know, drop a coin. Because that's how you do stuff around here. Not finding anything great yet. 72. Lots of zinc. This roll doesn't look like it's going to be as promising as the other one. 69. Not S. Double die, unfortunately. By the way, if you guys ever... if I'm ever here on video and you guys see me pull out a 69S or a 43 copper, the video series will be over. Let's be real here. I'll be moving to some other place on this planet, and you'll probably never hear from me again. Maybe you will. Maybe instead of being a copper stacking series, it'll turn into a gold stacking series. But until then, we'll be stacking copper. But what I was trying to say about the Provident Metals selling their copper is there's another site now selling copper. It's kind of one of the bigger ones. I'd say it's like tied for like the top two. I'd say, you know, number one's AmpMex because they have probably the largest buyer base, even though they kind of have some higher premiums on some of their stuff. But yeah, is what it is. We got JM Bullion. Now I'd put JM Bullion on par probably with SD Bullion. But JM Bullion is now selling copper pennies by poundage. And I didn't do the math calculation on it, but it looks to be okay prices. Probably comparable to Provident Metals. But they're also selling separated out wheat pennies. And those are selling for a nice bit of a premium. I think they're selling each pound of them for $5. So it's like quite a bit over face copper price. So sorry, I dropped another penny, you know, again, how we do here. So yeah, there's nothing else in that roll. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 16 out of that roll. So that's still pretty high percentage count. Well, we're going to get these 3 boxes gone through, get it stacked out. We'll separate the local box separately because hopefully that'll have more wheat pennies in it. And we'll show you what we get. Okay guys, finishing up that penny box hunt. Show you what we got here. We'll start with the box over here from the bank we usually get them from. We got our 1959s right there. We got our 60s, just a little bit over 10. We got our 71s, exactly 20 of them. 72s, 30. So pretty good from a single box there. We got our wheat pennies. We have a 1919 there at the top. We have a 44 and a 57. These should be our S mint marks. Bit over 10. We got our 2009s. We didn't find any of the ones from the log cabin in this box. Pretty impressive since that's usually one of our bigger stacks. But is what it is. We got like exactly 60 of the 82s. Now up here for the Canadians, we did get just over 10. We got 11 of them. And as you can see there, we got a King George. And it is a 1946. So it is a little bit older than some of them. There we go. 1946. It's in alright condition. So, and we'll get to the bulk copper in these bags here in a minute. I'm going to show you how you can calculate that just on a scale. I'll show you with that scale there. And I have it all written up, so I'll show you the paper with the numbers on it as I show you the weights. So now in this next box, we got our 59s, we got our 60s, we got our 71s, and our 72s there to the right. We got our wheat pennies. Should be a 41 there to the top left, then a 51, then a 53, and a 57. Then we have our S mint marks right to the side there. Kind of a smaller stack, but 2009s and our 82s. Just over 60 in this one. And then our Canadians. And again, no King Georges or nothing special out of this one, just all bulk Canadians. And then the local bank. And no, we didn't get as many wheat pennies out of this box as we did in that last one or whatever it was, but we got our 59s and our 60s, our 71s and our 72s. We got a 1937 wheat penny and a 1956. We got our S mint marks over there. Then we got our 2009s and our 1982s. And we got our Canadians. We did get a Centennial bird cent out of this box. And that's all we got for this penny box hunt. I'm going to get the camera set up and the scale, and I'll show you how to calculate the weight of those without actually having to put it in the rolls. Okay guys, here to show you how to calculate these bags of pennies so you don't have to count them all by hand or get a coin roll counter like I do. So what you do is you get your scale, and what I have them in here is I have them in Crown Royal bags. These are the 750 milliliter bags. I find that they hold plenty for what I use them for. And each bag weighs 25 grams. And every whole roll of copper pennies weighs 155 grams. So what we can do is we can just turn on our scale. It's all zeroed out. And we can take our bag. We'll start with the one here to the right. This is from the local bank. You just set it on the scale. And we got 1535. Okay. We'll just weigh them all quick, and then I'll show you the numbers. The middle one, we got 2,045. I think when I weighed it the first time it was 2046 before I got the numbers, but a 1 gram difference isn't really going to make a whole lot since each penny is, 3.1 grams. And then we got the last one. And we got 2058. And again, when I weighed it before it was 2059, so 1 gram difference isn't going to make it throw your numbers hugely off. So what we do here is we take the number, so 258 or 259 like I got before. We subtract the 25 grams from the bag, and then we divide the total by 155. And then for the middle bag, we would do the same thing, but we'd start with the 245 or the 2045 or the 2046 that I got before. And then on the local bank, you would do the 1535. And then, subtract 25 and such. So it works out to look kind of like this. So in the one to the left, we should have 13.122 rolls. In the middle one, we should have 13.038 rolls. And in the smallest one, the local bank, we should have 9.741 rolls. So, let's see, what is that, 26. So we should have about 35, 36 rolls of pennies out of those bags. And then you would take that times 2 to get a percentage of a box. So out of 3 boxes of pennies, we got 72% of a box worth of bulk copper. I would say it's pretty good. Because usually there's only about 20% worth of copper in a box. So we're beating that. We're getting almost 25% per box. So that lets you guys know that little trick, just in case you don't want to re-roll them all like I do. I do that for ease of storage and such. It just makes the whole thing easier, and transporting them, they're much less likely to get a hole in a bag if you store them in a bag and they pour out or anything like that. It's just more convenient. They have a nice brick of copper. Well, we'll see you guys in the next penny box hunt, and you guys have a great day.